So by not going to campaign in Karnataka.
It's going to be Rahul
Secondly,
Gandhi versus
let me
Modi.
just complete.
Ravi Shankar Prasad, does the BJP accept
Arnab,
the
let me
challenge?
just complete.
Rahul Gandhi
Arnab,
versus Narendra Modi in UP.
Can I just complete? First of all, I think it's a false equation. We don't accept the channel equation. Rahul Gandhi versus Modi. But the point I wish to make is that... hello, Arnab, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Yes. Arnab, the point to be made is that it is completely wrong for any party to ignore regional parties this time. I've said so earlier, I'm saying so again. Regional parties will do well in this election.
Who's ignoring?
Whether you call it third, fourth or fifth front, they will do well. And the BJP has to ponder that if regional parties do well, the acceptability of Mr. Modi in any combination of regional parties or regional with the Congress is going to be a very major issue for the BJP led by Mr. Modi.
So some of our panelists feel that in your statement right now, some of our panelists feel that in your statement right now, you have conceded a Congress party defeat and an over-dependence, therefore, on the regional parties. They want to make a point to you. You can clarify if you want. Ajay Bose has a question, but before that, Rajagopalan wanted to say something.
The debate and discussion is in everybody.
Do you agree now that Congress is going to be in double digit? As of now, 102 they have got. Will you accept that Congress will reduce to 80 to 85?
Okay, second question from Ajay Bose. Second question from Ajay Bose to the Congress.
Let me answer that.
What I would like to know is that given the situation...
Can I answer?
Okay, let him answer that. Let him answer. He wants to answer question one first.
Perhaps Mr. Rajagopal was not around when for over 2 years channels stopped doing opinion polls because they were proved so woefully wrong. So if you think that I'm going to accept 2 digits for the Congress, you have another guest coming. You've seen enough examples and you'll see many more in the forthcoming assembly elections in 1 or 2 months' time where these opinion polls go woefully wrong. So let's not get into that. Please don't assume a 102 figure at all. But I'm now arguing on something totally different. What I'm saying is that certainly parties at the regional level will do better than the last elections. And they will be a force to reckon with. And the question which the BJP is avoiding is where does Mr. Modi-led BJP, in particular, a Modi-led NDA, stand in that combination? And that's the question avoiding. Yes.
Ravi Shankar Prasad, why are you avoiding Abhishek Manu Singhvi's question?
No, I am not avoiding Abhishek Manu Singhvi's question. They have to wait for 6 months for their obituary. But let me say certain points one by one or no. If in 2 months' time BJP fortune can rise by 30 on your channel, on your survey, by the same agency, what is the guarantee it will not rise by 30, 40 again after 4 months? These are indications, initial trends. When Mr. Modi has yet to start campaigning in the country, particularly in the major states of India. That's the first point I would like to highlight. As far as Rahul Gandhi and Mr. Modi's challenge is concerned, repeated survey have already confirmed Mr. Modi is 45, 46 plus and Mr. Rahul Gandhi is 15 or 16. That is the challenge already there. The third issue I would like to highlight, my 2 very good esteemed friends, Aarti Jarat and Ajay Bose, are complementing and supplementing each other. I am very happy. They should also have time to supplement me. And my point is very simply this or no. My point is, you take the case of Bihar and UP together. The quest for good governance, clean record, yearning for change, Mr. Modi personality as a decisive leader, all is there. But these 2 states have also...
Abhishek Manu Singhvi is telling you where are the allies. 1 minute. 1 minute. What he's talking about the hunt for allies. Jay Panda, can you...
Arnav, please allow me to complete. I was coming to that. Arnav, please.
Jay Panda, if you're still there, is that not a relevant question?
Well, it's definitely a relevant question, but what is even more important is something that some of your panelists have been pointing out, that while your survey shows an actual reduction of regional party seats, I don't see where that's coming from. In my experience in Odisha, for example, this survey shows a reduction of BJD seats. But if you actually come and walk around the streets and go to the tea shops and talk to people, I think everybody will tell you just the opposite. So I'm wondering whether a similar sense also exists in other states.
No. Abhishek...
Arnav, am I coming here?
No, I take your point. We can have a difference of opinion on that, and I'm not a fixed opinions on that. I don't feel opinion polls.
Arnav, I'm going to make that.
One question, which is the point of divide on our panel right now, is Abhishek Manu Singhvi is saying that if...
Hello. line cut diya. Hello.
I lost the audio.
No, Mr. Prasad, all I was saying was
Again.
that Abhishek Manu Singhvi said that if Narendra Modi is your man, then you will not get allies.
Mr.
That's what
Goswami,
he
please,
said.
Mr. Goswami, please allow me to make my submissions. Don't interrupt me in between. Let me be very blunt to you. If BJP is 125, 130, those allies who are with us today will leave us. The day BJP crosses 180, 185, 190, forget 3. Naresh Gujral rightly said we will have dozens of them, and it happened in 1998. You have seen an important party from Andhra Pradesh, which was saying
Well,
not with
that's
Modi, has come with us. No, please.
One minute. So you
At least the major party should be given some time.
Are you saying, Mr. Prasad, that you get BJP gets 180 and no regional party in India has a choice? Navika wants to come in. We have a lot of comments from our panelists coming in on that one. Yes,
no, you are not allowing me to complete.
The simple question to you is that when you're getting alliance partners on board, will you put the morality factor completely behind you? Are you going to take in people like Yediyurappa, Chautala, anyone who comes with baggage of corruption cases against them? Will you take them all on board with yourself?
First of all, let me complete the first part of my submission earlier making. For enabling the NDA to become a glue, BJP as a major party has to be a must. And the BJP on its own is going to cross 200 plus. We'll talk about that. As far as Yediyurappa is concerned, we removed him as a chief minister. You know it very well. He is coming for consolidation, but he is not in power, number one. We asked him to resign, and he resigned. He also left the party. We have suffered the consequences. Did we say about Chautala? We did not say that. But Navika, only one point.
No, that's not the point.
Large number of regional parties
That's not the point.
have got anti-Congress credentials
Mr. Prasad,
who are having a problem with Congress party in their state. Surely they will look for
Mr.
options
Prasad,
because they know they have a problem with Congress party.
No, Mr. Prasad, excuse me. Mr. Prasad, the limited point being made is, you made a very controversial remark right now, I think. You said that if we get 180, 185, let's see who does not come with us. And if we get 125, then let's see who remains with us. By the way, I think the Akali Dal will take offense given the way they've been loyally with you for a very long time. You are saying they will desert you if you don't get 125. Is that the reality? Does the panel think that's a reality, that if the BJP gets 185 plus, it doesn't matter? All this talk of opposition to Modi will suddenly disappear and evaporate? Of course, what do you think?
Not with Narendra Modi, that's not going to happen. I mean, that's a clear
One
thing.
sec, let's hear the others.
And that is why I think I'd be interested in knowing, Naresh Gujral said that they would go into the election with half a dozen allies. Can he mention 2 or 3 plausible allies that will join this campaign at this stage?
Okay, one sec. If the party gets over 185, then anybody will come with us. Manisha,
No, I don't think the whole hypothetical thing of saying that with the current structure anybody will come, because on the ground talks about striking new allies have not succeeded. But yes, I do concede what Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad says, that if they cross the 200 mark and then make a strategic retreat, so first they need to win the seats. And if they change the leader, then there could be allies in the taking.
Point is taken. I want to go to Dinesh Trivedi for a minute. Let's get the allies in. Let's get Dinesh Trivedi in a minute, who represents Trinamool Congress. Dinesh Trivedi, do you agree with this assessment? Abhishek Singhvi, I'm coming to you in a minute. Dinesh Trivedi, that if 180, 185 becomes the number, then the opposition to Narendra Modi will evaporate. So says the BJP. Your frank assessment.
Arnab Goswami, again, you are misquoting me. I'm sorry, Arnab Goswami.
And
I did not say that.
Feel what you see now.
Don't misquote me, Mr. Goswami, please.
And I am very confident, I'm just telling you, I'm very confident that so-called regional parties like us are going to form the next government. And the National Party will only land up supporting such government. That is what is my personal and my party's, and Mamata Banerjee has said this time and again. So these questions are very hypothetical.
No, the question here is, the BJP tonight is stuck at 160. This is considerably after naming Modi. Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad says, if we can increase by another 30 seats, then everybody will more or less fall in line, and the so-called opposition on secular lines which Mr. Modi is going to disappear. That's what he said. Now he can say I'm misquoting him. I don't think I'm doing that.
No, I never
Abhishek
said fall in
Manu
line.
Singh, you wanted to say something?
You have more lines like 1998. I repeat, you are misquoting me. I'm sorry to say that. Don't say like that. I only said, like in 1998, we had large number of allies, we will have greater allies. I never said they will fall in line. Did I say that?
1998, your candidate was Mr. Vajpayee. Today your candidate is Mr. Modi. The line of division is a little sharper, and the question is only in that context. Abhishek Manu Singh.
Then all right, then let me reply here itself. You had the TDP in Andhra Pradesh.
Go ahead.
2 months ago was saying we will not come.
Abhishek
Today
Singhvi to you.
TDP is trying to come with Mr. Modi.
Abhishek Singhvi to you.
But don't put a point that I'm trying to degrade or having a contempt against regional parties. That is very unfair on your part. I'm very sorry to say that.
I did not, and Abhishek Singhvi is saying something to you, sir.
Let's do a hard analysis of facts and not get, if you're having a debate, we can have it in a focused manner. Point number one, even with a persona like Mr. Vajpayee, the NDA reduced from some 24 to 6 at one time. Second, and much more important, of those regional or state level based parties, there are 4 or 5 who have the numbers. Let's look at the big ones first. SP, BSP, JDU, BJD, Mamata. Just leave out Jayalalitha for the time being. Now, of these 5 I have named, who do you think is falling over themselves to join this mythical BJP bandwagon? Who are those?
Sir, but who will fall over themselves
big ones
to join
out
the
of
Congress?
These, just let me complete.
Who will fall over themselves to join the Congress?
Well,
if
and when, and I am answering. Let me answer, Arnab. Let me answer, please. Arnab, I dispute all your figures completely. But if push comes to shove, and you need a All India secular party like Congress to ally with regional parties, certainly the 5 names I've taken right now are much more likely to ally with us than a Modi-led NDA-led BJP.
No, but
or Modi-led BJP-led NDA.
I have one question.
Clearly.
I have one question. And that question goes, let's get Ravi Shankar Prasad back into the debate. 1 second, please, 1 second. The question is, does this whole issue of secularism remain relevant if the Congress party goes down to close to 100? Does it remain relevant?
Mythical figure.
If the Congress party goes to 100, or does that evaporate as well? Let's get Ravi Shankar Prasad first to counter. Mr. Prasad.
I don't know whether I should say something or not, lest you misquote me again. I'm sorry to say that. I'm saying with full sense of responsibility. You are trying to put me as if I'm having in contempt of regional party. I never said like that. But if we call senior political activists like me to have an assessment, allow that to be done in a fair manner. Now, and I take strong offense to that, Mr. Arnab Goswami, today. I'm sorry to say that. Now, as regards your issue is concerned, Arnab, what is the issue today? The yearning for change in India, as I said at the very outset, and for Mr. Modi in particular, and BJP in general, is because of the way India has been governed. Namely, price rise, stinking corruption, and a whole range of India's growth story coming under serious cloud. Young people, people of India yearning for a change. Therefore, this secular communal divide of convenience is not a relevant political premise today in the year 2013-14, when India is a different India, a more confident India. That is my whole premise. Second point, let me conclude my only... Can I only make one sentence, Arnab Goswami? And I was concluding that. The second point I was saying very clearly that when you come to, there is a larger issue of Congress and anti-Congress issue. If the BJP crosses the threshold of 190, 200 plus, which is going to cross, let me be very clear about it, a large number of anti-Congress regional parties who are having a serious challenge from the Congress party would have a rethink.
Okay.
Let's see how it pans out.
Okay. Okay, now can I say something to you, Mr. Prasad?
Yes, you do.
Since on these debates, very often we have heated tempers. I just want to say this, that I believe, that I did not misquote you, because I'll tell you why. Because I first said myself, I said myself that the word contempt was used by me. I used the word contempt and I said, did you say with contempt? So the use of the word contempt was mine and not yours. So certainly I wouldn't misquote you on that one. I'm saying it for a second time just to set the record straight. You did not use the word contempt and I did. Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad. However, the question goes, interestingly, of a threshold. The BJP says there is a threshold. We crossed the threshold, we are home. What is the threshold, by the way, Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad, for you? Give me the number and don't say I misquote you again. What's the threshold number, in your view?
Well, threshold number we cannot debate
What's the
today.
threshold number?
No, except to give one example. Mr. Chandrababu Naidu 2-3 months ago clearly said no with Modi. Today he is sharing a stage with Modi. Therefore, the quest for change in the country, today I don't wish to give any numbers to you. We have got the empirical evidence of 98, of the year 99.
Fine.
We have 26 allies. Therefore, see the yearning for change in the country or
We've got a panelists are talking about a threshold here. We got a number of points coming in. Let's go to Vinod Mehta first, then I'm coming to Ashok Malik. What's the threshold? If the BJP crosses the threshold, then this traditional antipathy to Modi will evaporate. Threshold, that's to you. You agree?
Now, I think you must remember that we're all talking about, as the months go on, Mr. Modi will increase and he will get to that figure of 180, 190.
Yeah.
What I am telling you is that there is also a law of diminishing returns.
So that.
1 minute. Because he has peaked too early, you must assume that 162 may be the maximum limit that he's going to get.
But that's not my question. My question was the threshold. What's the threshold the BJP needs to get at?
The BJP is close to 200.
Close only for the BJP.
Can I just get my word? I have two things to say.
Yeah.
One, if these are the final results, 162,
okay,
Modi is not becoming Prime Minister.
Okay.
But what is the threshold? I think it's impossible to say that at 180 Modi is acceptable, but at 179 he's not acceptable. It also depends on the sense of the mandate and how far behind the Congress is.
If I can come in.
Got it?
Arnab,
that point is taken.
Arnab, sorry, one little thing I must say.
I have to go now.
Can I use, everybody's talking about it, but we must consider the dreaded scenario. The dreaded scenario is the following, that the BJP may be forced to jettison Mr. Modi and look for a more conciliatory leader who will be able to
That will not happen, Arnab.
What's it? Mr.
That will not happen. That will never happen.
Why?
It is only Modi, Modi,
Why?
Modi. That's all. There is no other. I differ with Modi.
No way.
It's not like that. 200 seats you take it from me. What Vinod Mehta says is wrong.
No, what is the number that we are looking at? What is
200.
Please look at it. Look at it from the regional parties.
Yeah.
It is the regional parties you are talking about.
Yeah.
Who would they prefer? You tell me something. They feel they are the real victors of this election.
Yeah.
Would they go towards a muscular Narendra Modi who's on the rise?
If the BJP wants, why not?
No, please.
If the BJP...
The regional parties will try and drive a hard bargain with the National Party, which will be the most conciliatory.
1996.
So do not at all
1996?
rule out. You ask any regional party.
Ajay.
Even a single seat more than the 182 of Vajpayee will give Mr. Modi and the BJP the credibility.
So the BJP on its needs 20 more seats than what we have
At least. That 182 Vajpayee threshold is what it must cross.
Yeah.
Secondly, if the Congress goes down...
let him complete.
If the Congress goes down substantially, the sense of the mandate would be it's against the Congress.
Exactly.
That will create a logical clarity to it.
One at a time.
50, then it's over. 50, 40, whatever, we don't know.
The key factor will be, or not, if the Congress goes down below a certain number.
Which is that number, Avika?
The number would be, if our poll says 102, so if the Congress is down from 206 to 102, whether it's 102 or 110, it's hardly give or take anything. The fact is that the mandate will be against the Congress party in that sense. But the other important part, this whole theory about Modi being jettisoned and a more pliable BJP face being brought in cannot survive within the BJP simply because 190 or 180 if Modi gets you, how will you dump him and bring in another face at that?
In key battleground states, UP, West Bengal, Tamil Nadu, even Maharashtra, the party that is going to defeat the Congress is not the BJP. It's the regional party.
Okay.
So if the Congress numbers are sliding, it's the regional parties who will see themselves as victors.
1 minute into the debate, I get Sankar Shed.
No.
1 minute into the debate.
The choice is not merely between, if these figures are correct, why should it be only between the Congress and the BJP or its allies? There is a third, 240 others you are
Point
projecting.
is taken.
No, and that is a huge, huge group.
Okay, so the game is very much open. Last word to Manisha. Manisha.
100 with 100
But it's
seats.
a
Manisha.
the president
Manisha.
comes in. The president comes in and the pre-poll alliance is what he will look at. And if the pre-poll alliance, the NDA is ahead as the numbers are today, then tell me how will the president invite?
Now
Not
we are
at
in very
all.
Wait. Last word to Manisha. Come down, please. We got 1 minute in the debate. May I have silence on the floor, please? Manisha. Manisha.
Exactly.
Manisha. Arti Manisha.
I will agree 100% with Jay in saying that closer to the elections, as it is being interpreted as an anti-Congress mandate, especially after the 4 election states to be held in November and December, the Modi wave will then begin to be seen. If
Okay.
they get anywhere close to the 200 plus mark, they will certainly be, they will be back in the reckoning.
I just have one
But there
question.
could be
One question to ask Jay before I wrap up. You know, Jay Panda. There are 2 Jays. Jay Panda hasn't spoken. Jay, you know, you're smiling, interesting smile that you got in your face. Tell me, if the BJP individually gets over 180,
BJP over 108.
if the BJP gets over 180, that it gets 15-20 seats more than what we are projecting, even Naveen Patnaik will have to support the BJD or stay in the opposition. But the BJP will be through to power. Agree or disagree?
Well,
Will the regional parties become less relevant if one party gets 180 seats?
I'm actually surprised at so many panelists saying that there is a threshold number beyond which regional parties will be compelled to join the BJP. I don't think that's necessarily true. And neither is it true when the Congress spokesperson says that such parties will perforce be compelled to join the Congress. I think we have demonstrated in the last 5 years that when we say we are equidistant, we mean we are equidistant. And when Naveen Patnaik has already clarified that for the BJD, I think there are other alternatives possible which you are not giving due weightage to.
Well, we will. If you reveal what the story is, we'll talk about that. We'll follow those stories. To all our panelists at this point, I'd like to thank you because one point is this. We also put some national questions. That's coming up after the break. We're going to ask after this, will controversies like Colgate at the centre impact the UPA at the national level? Right now, ladies and gentlemen, so far in our national poll projections, the NDA is 186, the UPA is 117, the BJP is 162, the Congress party is 102, the national parties put together are not doing well. Modi has had an effect, it's not a wave, the game is still very much open. I'll see you on the other side of this break.